that shit was coming.
Fair use.
Why a lot of black women die alone. I was like, yep. I was like, but for him to just let that ride, I say, oh man, no, that was weak, bro. That was weak. Cause I was like, even like with this one here, this interview, what she was saying towards the end, I'm like, she's right because the culture is everything been reversed.
I just want to break something down. The main talking points of a lot of these manosphere dudes, and I want to say fair use again. Um, they always talk about women dying alone. Statistically, women die alone because men die before them for a lot of health reasons, usually. Okay, so when you're a married couple, 9 times out of 10, or 8 times out of 10, the husband's going to die first. Unless there's some kind of illness that is, what do I want to say? Some type of out of the blue illness, right? Will take a woman first. But normally, in normal circumstances, men die first. So while he sits and says, even if you're a couple, because they always like to say women are going to die alone. They're going to die alone because, but this, I mean, this is so many different folds, right? So if men like him, who are clearly single, and a lot of them are, they're not in relationships, right? So they're going to die alone. That's one. And even if they were in a relationship and married, men like him who have alcohol problems, like he does, who literally get drunk and then fall asleep on panels, or not even panels, he's not even on a panel. He does a live stream and falls asleep in the middle of his live stream. Liver failure, so takes men earlier, that kind of thing, right? So first and foremost, everybody dies alone. I don't care if you got somebody holding your hand when you take your last breath, you die alone. Because initially, your path, they're not taking the journey with you. They stay here on earth, family, friends, whatever. Even if they're holding your hand, husband, spouse, whatever. Usually you die alone. Those are the facts. You come into this world alone, and you leave this world alone. Those are the facts. Because ain't nobody going out with you at the same time. 2, women live longer. So even if a woman is married, most likely she's going to die without her spouse. I don't know where these dudes think that it is some prize to have a dysfunctional drunkard in your house, such as himself, who looks, I mean, literally, he's built like a long-legged seagull. Like the dude is, I mean, don't even get me started on this dude's looks, because this is one of the ugliest men on YouTube as well. He has no muscle tone. He has absolutely zero muscle tone. The dude has no muscles. He's like a stick figure. The dude is like a stick figure. But wants to think, and men like him. There's a lot of men that are just like him on YouTube who think they are a prize. They're not prizes. They're not prize, even if they weren't super ugly like he is, right? Even if they were halfway good looking, a lot of them have some really dysfunctional ways of thinking, and they have really no good character. So they're not a prize. Besides the financial, and we can go on and on and on and on and on and on. Or why women are choosing to be single. Why they're purposely choosing to want to stay single. It's dudes like this one that's speaking, talking about women dying alone. But really doesn't even fact check things. This is that regurgitated, talk about the same shit over and over and over display. The same old regurgitated talking points without even doing introspect or even evaluating what he himself is saying. So, women live longer, especially if their spouse is an alcoholic, you know, especially if their spouse is, doing some real shady, dysfunctional things. Of course, he's gonna pass away way earlier than in his 50s and 60s and 70s. Okay. Women are not. They're not now. In today's age, right? Women are choosing to live really fulfilled lives. They're choosing to be at peace. They're not choosing dysfunctional relationships that is going to bring them strife, stress. They're looking for solitude. A lot of women are looking for solitude. Unfortunately, these dudes haven't caught up to that kind of thought process. And I mean, it just trips me out when they say women are going to die alone. Everybody dies alone. I don't know. I mean, a lot of women that are about their life, their spirituality, and their journey, they understand those concepts and they fear not. What do you have to fear about? Everybody's going to pass away. That's the point. At some point in your life, you're going to pass away. But women who are on their spiritual journey understand that and are not they're not fearful of it, because they didn't have some dysfunctional man abusing them in their lifetime, for one, to take them to an early grave, and two, they don't want to deal with that kind of stuff. So for the ladies, don't let these guys psych you out and say, oh, you're going to die alone. Fucking embrace it. It's okay. It's okay. Everybody dies alone. Everybody. Not one person. I don't care if somebody's sitting there holding your hand, is going to die alone. Their journey is their own, and that's between them and God. You came into this world alone, and you'll die alone. Point blank.